The message arrived while she was brushing her teeth. My phone, face down on the marble counter, vibrated once. Soft, polite, like it was afraid to be noticed. She didn't hear it. Foam covered her mouth. Mint and lies. I watched her in the mirror. The way her eyes avoided mine, even in reflection. The way her left hand tightened around the sink. Wedding ring pressed into porcelain like it was trying to escape her finger. The phone vibrated again. I didn't move. I didn't blink. I let the sound crawl into my skull and build a small, quiet grave there. When she finally noticed, it was too late to pretend it was nothing. Her shoulders stiffened. Not enough for a stranger to see. Enough for a husband to feel. "Work?" she asked casually. I nodded. That was the moment something ancient inside me sat up straight. Not anger. Not fear. Recognition. The message preview glowed through the cracked screen. She still doesn't know. No name. No context. Just a sentence with teeth. She rinsed her mouth and smiled at me. Practiced. Gentle. The same smile she used at funerals and family photos. The one that meant I am safe to trust. I smiled back. Inside, a room collapsed. That night, she slept curled against me, breathing softly, hand resting on my chest like a claim. I counted her breaths. 43, 44, each one a small theft. I didn't check the phone again until she was dreaming. The full message was longer. Careful, intimate, familiar in the way only betrayal can be. It spoke about hotel rooms, about patience, about money being handled soon. It ended with, "Once the divorce is done, we won't have to hide anymore." I locked the screen, placed the phone exactly where it had been. Then I lay there in the dark, staring at the ceiling, listening to the woman who had memorized my heartbeat plan my disappearance. I told myself I was imagining it, that exhaustion can translate shadows into monsters, that love can misread silence as conspiracy. But denial is a luxury for people who don't already feel the knife. Over the next weeks, she became kinder, softer. She cooked meals I liked, touched my arm in public, spoke about our future with careful optimism. Every kindness felt rehearsed, every kiss felt timed, and slowly, quietly, the shape of the truth began to form, not as a scream, but as a design, a structure, a plan that did not include me. I did not confront her. I did not cry. I began to listen, to watch, to count. And in the space between her lies, I started building something of my own, something patient, something final. I learned her patterns the way surgeons learn veins, where she hid receipts, how long her showers lasted after certain calls, which nights she worked late, and which nights she rehearsed being innocent. I never asked questions. I let her believe her performance was flawless. I copied phone records, screenshots, transfers, hotel confirmations. I even met him once, by accident, in a cafe she loved. He was smaller than I imagined. Nervous hands, cheap confidence. A man who thought proximity to betrayal made him powerful. He didn't recognize me. That was the mercy. The lawyer came first, then the papers, then the performance escalated. She cried in front of friends, said I was distant, emotionally unstable, unpredictable. She filed for divorce, full financial claim, alimony, property, everything. I signed nothing. I smiled a lot. At the final hearing, she wore white. Not innocence, victory. Her lawyer leaned toward me across the courtroom, breath smelling of confidence and cheap cologne. "Enjoy your new life," he whispered. "You'll be leaving with nothing." She smirked. Not at me. At the future she thought she had already stolen. "You should have been a better husband," she said softly, like advice. The judge looked tired, impartial, bored. "Do you have any final words before I rule?" he asked me. The room leaned forward. Even her lawyer. I stood, adjusted my jacket, smiled. "Actually," I said calmly. "Yes." I handed the clerk a folder. Thick, heavy, alive. Phone logs, audio recordings, bank transfers, private investigator reports, DNA results, photos of her lover entering our apartment while I was on business trips she had planned for me. Proof she'd been draining accounts into his name. Proof the affair started before our marriage. Proof the child she claimed was mine wasn't. Her lawyer stopped smiling first, then her. Color abandoned her face like it had been renting. She whispered my name. For the first time in months, it sounded real. The judge flipped pages slowly. Too slowly, each second stripped something from her. Pride, control, future. When the ruling came, it was quiet. Brutal. She received nothing. No alimony. No property. No narrative. Only consequences. As she passed me on the way out, shaking, ruined, she tried to speak. I stepped aside. Not out of kindness. Out of distance. Some endings deserve no witnesses. Now I live alone. In rooms that echo. In silence that doesn't lie. I don't miss her. I miss the man who believed in her. He's gone. Buried beneath evidence and signatures and a smile no one recognized as a weapon. Some people lose their marriages. Some lose their illusions. I lost both and gained accuracy. That was enough.